What's going on, YouTube family? This is Enterprises coming back with another video. And today's topic, what I want to talk about is how to handle when the employee doesn't work out. When you did your background checks, when you did your drug screens, for those that do that, I really believe in doing background checks, even in what we do. Some people, it's an argument or a matter of opinion as far as that goes. But I believe if you're going to run a business or organization or whatever you call yourself, it's something that I really believe in. But back to the point, what happens when you check all your boxes, your background check, your drug test, your orientation, your interviews, everything checks out, all the boxes check out, and you hire an individual and it doesn't work out. So how do you handle that? My answer to that question is, when you see an individual, especially when you're taking the time out to train them, you're not just looking for a body, because I don't believe in that. That's something that it kind of irritates me. But I do understand when you're placed in that situation too. But when you're just not looking for bodies to fill a position, and when you sincerely taking the time out to train an individual, to give them all the tools that's necessary for them to be successful. And yes, you did hire them. You went through the interview process, and the individual still don't work out. How do you handle it? My question is not to be such a relaxed business owner, to pay attention. To pay attention to the individual. Are they going by the scope of practice and different things that you show them? Are they showing up? Are they calling out? My rule is in my business, the first 30 days, no call outs. I understand emergencies and different things happen, but I worked public jobs before too, and I had to work what they call it, the times when you have to your probationary period. So if I can do it, I know other individuals can do it if they really want to. So my thing is the first 30 days with me, no call outs, because I do realize too that I do hire individuals that this is their part-time job and different things like that. And I do know that emergencies and everything comes up. If it's a true emergency, I can understand a real true emergency, but just calling out, to be calling out just because you may be tired or different things like that, and you really don't feel like coming to work. Think about that before you take on a part-time job, or you look at taking on this as a part-time gig outside of your regular job, because the owner that you're dealing with can truly be dependent on you to show up. So that's something for you guys to think about too when you're taking on part-time jobs and per diem work. Because I know my wife, she's a nurse, but that's a popular term in her field of work, per diem, where you can get a job, and if the work is there, you can call them, or they may call you if somebody call out or different things like that. You can just show up on a spare type of moment, type of deal. But think about that before you take on part-time work, because like I said, as far as me, I depend on my people to show up for work, because not only being a franchise owner, I do subcontract work. So it makes a difference when somebody's calling and want to know, can you do a job, and you're looking at your employees and you don't want to commit to something. You want to make sure that whatever you commit to, that you follow up and you do whatever that is that you committed to, because if you don't, that's bad business. So back to the point of this video, how do you handle when the employee don't work out, when all the boxes were checked and no red flags was thrown up through the interview process? Everything seemed to be okay. My thing is the fire fast. I just hired an employee a couple of weeks ago, worked with me fine. Through the training process, through the orientation process, I interviewed with my wife. Everything seemed to be okay. It was an individual that was over 60 years old. But the thing about it is, he kept wanting to take off, wanting to call out, and not only that, it just didn't work out. So recognize that earlier on is sooner than later, and I do realize too that sometimes you do need individuals to get a job done. But that's why I say too, goes back to my other videos, don't be afraid to get out here and work in your own accounts, and don't take on too much that you can't handle. Or what I'm saying is worrying about growing too quickly for things like this that do come up, to where you may have to let somebody go, and you may have to go double back and work in an account because you had to let an individual go for whatever reason. So this is my encouragement on today, is how to handle when an employee don't work out. Just recognize that earlier on than sooner than later, and just go ahead and have a talk and go ahead and let them go. Just because that way it'll cut out a lot of headaches, and because weak links in your chain will slow you down, and you don't need to carry somebody along that you having to drag along, and you got to steady keep them pumped up, steady keep them motivated. You got to steady call them where they're at, showing up late or not showing up at all. So it's better to go ahead and cut those weak links, let them go, and that baggage, because it's enough within itself to keep your own self motivated doing this. So you don't need that extra weight. So that's my encouragement on today, and that's how I would handle it. Go ahead and cut loose that baggage, because you don't need it. You don't need that in your day to day. It's a weight on you. It's a weight on your business. It's a weight on your mind, and you don't need it. So I want you guys to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.